everyone, my name is Maria, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the topic of gossip. Now, if we're being honest, if you've had a history of gossip such as I have, in the moment you may not see anything wrong with what you're doing. You know, a little cheeky gossip with the girls, you know, wanting the tea, I guess you could say, the insight of all what's been happening. From, I guess, a surface level perspective, you may think, I just want to, you know, catch up, know what's going on, but no. So I'm just going to list a few reasons as to why I'm striving to stop gossip and why I believe others should too. And I say striving to because in the past I had honestly completely let go and stopped gossiping, but then truthfully went back to my old ways. And me releasing this video is also in a sense to bring accountability to myself, because now I've put it in the public, it's out there. You know, once you put something on the internet, that's it. And I believe it's also a way that people would also keep me in check, because I can't make a video talking about don't gossip and then let's say someone ever saw me doing it, they're like, oh Maria, did you not release a video? Like, you know, nobody likes a hypocrite, of course. The first reason I'd give to stop gossiping is it's mean, in the sense that it's a way of kicking someone when they're down. Because let's be honest, when we're gossiping as people, is it ever truly positive news or something good? Whenever, let's say, there's something trending, for instance on social media, because I'm speaking here on YouTube, and it's something really big, oftentimes, many times, some of the things that get the most traction, the most views, is something that involves drama. Think about it. Whenever someone is getting exposed or cancelled, that could get someone more traction, more views than they've ever done before. Maybe that's an insight to potentially an innate sinful human nature, I guess, enjoying the gossip, maybe even potentially enjoying the idea of someone being exposed. Do you know? Again, it's essentially kicking someone whilst they're down. Wherever the topic of the gossip may be, whatever may be going wrong in someone's life, whoever the person is that is the subject matter of the gossip, they're already going through enough as it is. If it's got to the point where it's now like a gossip, like a table discussion, that person is already going through enough without us as people having to add in our 2 cents. It's like adding, what's that saying? Flame to the fire, oil to the fire. Like, it just makes things worse. It's like an explosion. Another reason I'd say to stop gossiping is because it's very, very, very two-faced. When gossip happens, this is something that's done in darkness, in secret, on the phone to your friends, or like maybe a sleepover. Now we should just think to ourselves, the fact that gossip is something that's done in secret, something that's hidden, that within itself should ring a bell. It should ding like a red light, like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not self-righteous. I'm always gonna be open and vulnerable. I'm gonna give some personal examples of when I've gossiped, because when I make videos like this, I always want to make it clear, majority, if not all the videos that I make, I'm really not just speaking at people, but I'm speaking to myself too. Like, I'm holding myself accountable. I remember instances, and some of you may be able to relate, where maybe you have been gossiping. Let me just give an example. Maybe you're in school, right? Like secondary days, whatever it may be, and maybe something happened and it's gone all around the school, you know, the rumors, whatever, and you're talking about it, everyone's talking about it, and then as soon as the subject matter, meaning the person who the gossip was about, walks in, immediately the room is silent. I feel like if you, or if we as people have the boldness to gossip, we should also have the boldness to be able to say it to someone's face. So a new rule that I want to start implementing or establishing within myself, if it's something that I perhaps wouldn't dare say to someone's face, then I shouldn't say it behind their back either. If you're gonna speak about someone, you better speak with chest. Do you know what I mean? And not that this is right, but you know those people who are maybe perhaps very disliked because they maybe publicly talk about people. For example, I don't know, Wendy Williams gossip shows. You may not like her, whatever. Again, I'm not promoting the gossip, but I'm saying the difference with someone, for example, like Wendy Williams, she's saying it public. It's not an instance where she's hiding behind your back, being two-faced. Like, she's not pretending, she's not hiding behind the scenes with her girls. She's saying it on camera, she says it, and she means it with chest. Another reason to stop gossiping is that it's hypocritical. And the perfect saying that I have in mind that I could use to summarize what I mean is, everything is funny until it's you. Gossiping may seem harmless and fun, but it's only because we're not the ones who are going through it. I feel like it's almost like there's a disconnect and a lack of sensitivity, because again, like I said, everything's funny until it's you. Oh, did you hear this happened to so and so or so and so? But how would we feel if this was done to us? And I believe I was really especially convicted on the hypocrisy. Like the Lord really started dealing with me with the gossiping, especially in my younger years, and that I would think to myself, I could easily speak about someone else, the gossip that's going around, but the idea of that person doing it back to me, not even that they've done it, but even just the thought of people doing it to me, of them talking about me, would be enough to, because I'm very sensitive, really affect me. Like almost, it sounds exaggerated, but the kind of woman that I am literally shatter my heart. And it's so hypocritical. And truly, gossiping is just a step below word curses. Because in gossip, nothing positive is being said. Let's not lie to ourselves. All of us grow up being told by our parents and teachers and just our elders, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. I can even give the instance of YouTube, because I am a YouTuber. Gossip can be equivalent to a hate comment, because when you're gossiping, it's not like you're trying to help the person. Like let's say someone is down, if you don't have the tools or resources, you're not able to help them back up, or at least try to help them, why speak on the situation? The same way on YouTube, if someone gives you a hate comment, it's like, what are you meant to do with that? There's a difference between someone leaving constructive criticism, for example, on your video, like, I believe this could improve, may you do this, this and that, as opposed to maybe a keyboard warrior who hides behind the screen and says the wildest things in your comments. It's like a critique, but if you give a critique, at least also provide how to better whatever it is that you're critiquing, if that makes sense. For instance, let's say there's a fashion YouTuber and they maybe put on a certain outfit, and in the past they did put on their outfits really well, but this time was just not as good, not like their previous work. Leaving a comment like, that's ugly, it looks trash. What exactly is the person meant to do with that information? Instead of just saying trash is ugly, actually provide support, tell them how they can improve it. For instance, like, oh, that top and that trouser doesn't really match, I'd suggest you do this instead, maybe use this color, do that. Now that is constructive criticism. And my channel is predominantly female. According to my analytics, 94% females and 6% males, something like that. So the reason I'm mentioning that is because, of course, that means there's primarily women watching me. When we gossip, that is mean girl behavior. It's not cute, and nobody likes a mean girl. We're not mean girls, my subscribers, we're not mean girls. We're sweet girls. But even as much as you can be a sweet girl, everyone has flaws, everyone has things that they need to change about themselves. And being a sweet girl, shall I say, doesn't mean you're perfect and you're sinless, but like, we should also be able to acknowledge our shortcomings. Gossip has been a huge shortcoming for me. And especially the main catalyst, shall I say, that really pushed me to be like, Maria, you should stop gossiping, you should stop doing it, is, I guess, putting myself in other person's shoe. How would I feel if I now found out they've gone behind my back and they were saying so and so? I actually do remember instances in my life when I found out that people were talking about me and it came to me. And it's actually very hurtful, especially when it's without a cause. There's a scripture that I want to leave all of you with, and it says, gossip can tear apart close friends. Like, all it takes is a little whispering. Gossip is enough to break up close friends. Gossip is enough to break up relationships. All this rumor mongering, he say, she say, can literally split people up. It's not nice. It's not nice. The power of death and life lies in the tongue. Our tongue can literally be what ends someone's life. And it's true, sometimes we don't take it so serious. People say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Yes, words can hurt you. I don't know where that lie came from, whoever made up that saying. Words can and do hurt. Words can kill. Mere words has been enough for some people to end their lives. You know, when you hear of stuff like cyberbullying, people speaking all this chatter, it's enough to mess up someone's mental health. Words hurt. Words hurt. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Sometimes even emotional abuse can hurt even more than physical. Like, let's stop minimizing the impact that our words can have just because maybe it's not taken as seriously as other things. But yeah, guys, let's stop gossiping. We're nice girls. And even for the men watching, you're gentlemen. Gentlemen do not gossip. Like, my channel is for the sweet girls and the gentlemen. We don't do that stuff, man. It's time for a change. I just had to add in this one last point here quickly. Gossiping is bullying. It literally is a form of bullying because it alienates people. It hurts. It really affects people's hearts. You know how I gave the example, you know, like let's say someone is being gossiped about in a room, everyone's talking about them, and then the moment they walk in, it's silence because, of course, the topic has now walked in. But how hurtful must that be? Like, again, it's an instance of putting yourself into their shoes. Like, imagine that's you. And if you're being gossiped about, you already likely know you're being gossiped about because you're already aware of the controversy that's going on in your life. We don't need to gossip about people, man. Instead of gossiping, let's just provide help and support. And if there's nothing we can do, no encouraging word, no help, no support, you just have to keep quiet, man. But that was it, guys. Goodbye.